With me is Anja, who is the head of Switzerland Global Enterprise, which is a key body here in Switzerland in terms of investments. Dealing with that, it's kind of India's Invest India. And let's talk about Switzerland itself and also how Switzerland sees India as an investment destination. Welcome to WION here in Davos, ma'am. And my first question to you is um, essentially how does Switzerland sees India as an investment destination? We saw a key trade pact being signed, being coming into force, the Tepa agreement, of which Switzerland is key component.
Thank you very much for the question. And the short answer is definitely Switzerland, the Swiss companies see the huge opportunities that India offers. But let's maybe go one step back, because I think what makes it different regarding TEPA is it's not about a short-term trade deal. It's not only about tariffs. It is about a long-term perspective. It's a strategic agreement. We are in there for the long run. We have the 15 years timescale, right? And I think what's also special, it's focusing or also covering questions around IP protection, investment aspects, sustainability. And that what makes it special and which makes it also, I think, particularly attractive for Swiss companies.
Uh, there is a commitment of investment, almost 100 billion, if I'm correct, 15 years period. How much one can expect investments from Switzerland into India?
That's a hard question to answer, but again, I think the way to look at it, already now we see a huge increase in the interest from Swiss companies regarding India. If we look at things like how many companies have we supported over the last few years, how many services have these companies asked for from Switzerland Global Enterprise, these figures have more than doubled. Now you have to bear in mind that sometimes the export journey takes some time, because many of the Swiss companies are also SMEs. Yes, we have a lot of big ones, which are very often already or typically already present in India. When it comes to SMEs, they do the market analysis initially, they then reach out for the right distribution partner, and then it's very natural that setting up your legal entity, setting up manufacturing is following. But some recent examples of Swiss companies, take a company like Sieg, who recently opened manufacturing with significant investments, take a company like Bobst. I think those are examples which we will see more of. And I think we also have to bear in mind Switzerland already now belongs to the top 10 investors in the Indian market.
Uh, Top 10 investors in the Indian market. But what is the story when it comes to Indian investment in Switzerland? What are the areas you're looking forward when it comes to investment from India? India is one of the largest economies today, and I'm pretty sure that the Swiss side will be keen to get Indian investments.
For sure. And one thing to bear in mind, Switzerland has been number one in the Global Innovation Index. So we are very much innovation driven, innovation led. And I think that's where there is already the complementary fit between the two markets. So definitely we are looking for innovation led Indian companies to seek settlement in Switzerland. And what Switzerland offers are the qualities that many people around the globe knows. But to be more precise, it's definitely the political stability, it's the stability in the framework within which companies can operate. We provide the IP protection, we provide the talent, we have the capital, and we are surely, given where we are located, we are a gateway to Europe. So I think that makes it all a very attractive destination to settle in Switzerland.
Attractive destination, but any key sectors? You talked about innovation, but you are known things like when it comes to milk products or when it comes to watches as well. Any specific sectors?
Well, we have more specific and innovative sectors than the ones you mentioned. Clearly, I mean, to mention precision engineering, talk about medtech industry, talk about life science, bioscience, talk about mobility, clean tech, infrastructure. So there are many sectors, but mostly those that I've just referred to, apart from, of course, the pharma industry as such. Those are things where Switzerland surely has a focus on. Let's call it future of health, future of automation. So those are certainly key areas that we can make on the one side, a contribution, at the same time, seek enrichment through Indian companies.
Uh, Globally, we have witnessed a change in the global geo-economic order. Donald Trump's tariffs are something that has been talk of the town and talk here as well in Davos. We in India are working with an FTA with EU, which is going to be announced next week. That is something that is seen significant. Now, how do you see these developments along with the Tepa agreement? Particularly, do you think complementarities when Tepa agreement and the India EU FTA comes together?
So let's start first with the tariff situation and what happened as a result of that for Swiss companies, or what Swiss companies did actually to handle that. So one thing that clearly comes to mind is an increased diversification, and we could see those trends or this reaction with many Swiss companies. And of course, when you talk about diversification, India is a key target market. But more broadly speaking, countries where Switzerland or EFTA has an FTA with are more target markets for the Swiss companies. Now, and we have many, many agreements around the world. Talking about the FTA, potential FTA with the EU, Switzerland is very integrated with the EU. Yeah, so in the automobile industry, for example, Swiss companies work very closely or are suppliers also to a lot of German companies. So I think in the end of the day, what we all want to achieve is free trade. And we have seen in many, many studies that free trade agreements add to the prosperity of the respective countries. So I think it's to the benefit of both India and Switzerland.
Very important point at a time when Davos, the key point discussions are tariffs. Thank you so much, ma'am, for speaking to WION and giving us an oversight and an overview essentially as to how India and Switzerland can work together in several areas, especially when it comes to investment. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
With video journalist Neeraj Patel, Siddhant Sibbal for WION in Davos, Switzerland.